I have spent the last 4 months on the Star Princess and am here to share with you the things I liked, the things I love, and my honest review of the things I did not like and would skip next time I am on this ship. Hi everyone, I'm Laura and welcome to Living on Cruise Control, where 1 year ago I left the corporate grind to pursue my dream of living full-time on cruise ships. This last week I have been in a Vista penthouse suite, aft view, which has been unbelievable. Definitely the best room that I've had in the last 4 months, and it is my very last day. I'm filming this on the Friday evening before I disembark tomorrow on February 28th, and thought it would be a great time to share with you my experience, not just spending a week or two or even a month on this ship, but actually spending the last 4 months. So I embarked on this ship originally on November 3rd, and other than leaving 1 week over Christmas and coming back on, I've basically been on this ship for the past 4 months. So let's start with the things I liked. I really liked moving staterooms. So I moved staterooms every 14 days, depending on how I had the different cabins scheduled. I don't mind moving staterooms. I find that the experience is different, and it's given me an opportunity to see different parts of the ship, different types of rooms in different locations, and they vary a lot. So to me, I don't mind moving rooms. The stew supervisor actually moves all of your hanging clothes and your luggage, and everything's set up in your new room. I'm trying to figure out a faster way to set up toiletries and pack and unpack between cruises, but my friend Shannon's gonna really help me downsize and organize to make that process a lot smoother moving forward. So stay tuned for more tips. I really liked mixing together solo travel and having friends join me. Some weeks it was nice to have that alone time and space myself, but then there were also times that I got really lonely, and it was really nice to have friends come visit and to be able to spend that time together. So I really like a combination of both. I can't say if I prefer one or the other. I think both are really, honestly, amazing. I liked Spellbound, and I was surprised that I liked Spellbound. So they changed the experience to now it's just drinks and a magic show. But Spellbound was a lot of fun. You get 2 drinks that come with it, and they're really unique. Their menu is amazing, and the magic's great. You get magic in the main kind of speakeasy bar space, and then you get shown into a separate kind of theater little room. It's small, and then a whole magic show, and it was cool. I had no idea how they did this magic. And let's go check it out. Ooh, what is that?
Ma'am, it's an inner circle. Green hour.
Oh, do you have non-alcoholic drinks?
Yes, we do.
Okay, perfect.
We do. Peacock and peach for non-alcoholic. We have that.
Maybe I'll try one of those. It's so cool here.
So your experience is living in your experience, and you're very welcome to enjoy our experience. Green hour.
Let's go check out these rooms. Oh, check out this piano. There's so many places to sit down. Look. It's playing itself. And the original absinthe. So cool. There's these little rooms and booths. It's awesome. Can't wait to see the show. And a quick tip on Spellbound is get there early, the earliest reservation, because once you're done with the magic show, you can go back to Spellbound and stay in the lounge until they close like at 11 or midnight. So you can really get to enjoy that space the whole evening, not just during your, 1 or 2 hour experience. I really liked the Sanctuary Club. It is such a nice perk, and I know on most of my upcoming cruises, if they're not on the Sun and the Star, we're not gonna have the experience of the Sanctuary Club, but the service and being able to just go grab some sun or hang out in the pool. I really like their lunch menu. I'm working on a whole video review of the Sanctuary Club, so stay tuned for that. I'll have it uploaded in my playlists with everything about the Sun and Star Princess. So I really enjoyed having that perk and space to go to. So that'll be really nice on the Sun, and I'm gonna take full advantage before I move on to some other smaller ships that don't have that perk, but have other perks that I'm excited to learn more about. I really liked the suite lounge. So I've only been in a suite a few times throughout this 4-month period, and it was, again, a great space to have. I love being able to work on the 16th floor in the little booth area. It's nice and quiet and private. I have a whole video on the suite lounge. It's the same on the Sun and the Star Princess, 100% pretty much exactly the same, but it is a nice perk to have. I put it in the liked category though, and not in the loved category, because depending on where my cabin was located, once I was deck 14 midship, and I think I only went to the suite lounge once because it was just an inconvenience to have to go there. So I think other people might put it in the loved category. I really liked being able to go to the suite lounge, but it's not something that I 100% loved and used every day. I really like the modern look and feel of the Star Princess. The decor is, blues and creams and colors that I used to decorate my home when I lived by the water in Seattle. I actually lived on Alki Beach, and I love that beachy feeling, and that is definitely the decor here. It still feels new to me. Everything's clean, silver, white, and it's just beautiful. I mean, even look at this balcony furniture really quick, and you can see it's just such pretty decor. I really love it. Honestly, the ship still feels new to me. It doesn't quite have that new car smell anymore since the beginning of November, but it still feels new. And I think for at least the next year or two, it'll still feel pretty new. Another thing I really liked is the gym. The equipment is still so new. There's lots of space in between each machine. There's an entirely separate room where all the classes are available to you, and you can go in there and grab yoga mats, rollers, things to stretch on, space. It feels like there's a lot of space there. And there's certain times when the gym is never crowded, so I've really enjoyed being able to go to the gym. It's windows, so you get a sea view. You can see the pool deck area, so it feels bright and light. You're not just in kind of this dark corner of the cruise ship. So the gym I definitely liked a lot and took full advantage to try to continue to glow up. Another thing I really liked is there are so many places for people to spread out and relax. Even on busy sea days, you can always find a lounger. There's couches, there's tables and chairs. Look around all the different decks. There's even an entire area of couches and furniture up on deck 20, which is a little secret place. I'll show you a quick video, but you can get up to deck 20. No one knows about deck 20, and can go spend time up there reading. It's like your own kind of private space. So definitely keep spreading out, looking around, check out all the different decks. There's lots of places, and I guarantee you'll find a spot that feels like your very own space. Now let's talk about the things I loved. Clearly, easily, clearly, the crew. I honestly believe that every cruise has its pros and cons. Itineraries have their pros and cons. Cruise lines have their pros and cons. You can always find food that you like, things to do that you like, comforts to make your journey amazing. But to me, what makes the difference is the crew. And hands down, the crew here on the Star Princess have been unbelievable. We have to start with the crew at the Sanctuary restaurant. I just fell in love with each and every one of you. I feel like regardless of what type of room I was in or what day of the week it was, I pretty much went there at least once a day, sometimes 3 times a day.
Hello, thank you, Madam Laura. We're gonna miss you.
All the love from Princess, from Star Princess. You can see all of them. We will miss you.
You be like a family.
You are like my
for us for
family.
4 months.
Family, big family.
It is a big family. I've been out there so long, since before Thanksgiving. You have longer contract than us. That's true. That's true. You guys are getting off.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You guys want to share this dessert? Grab a fork.
You guys have honestly been one of the top things that I loved most about this ship. 100%, the crew. You guys are amazing. Each and every one of you is fantastic. From the chef to the kitchen crew to every waiter, assistant waiter, leadership, bartenders, every single one of you I'm going to miss greatly. Look who I'm here with, Chef Jason. So if you want to see a video and an interview with Chef Jason, click on this video. And the best famous sommelier on the ship, Radu. Radu, where are you from?
I'm from Romania.
And how long have you worked for Princess?
Only 4 years.
No, you haven't.
Yes.
No, you
Well,
haven't.
I've actually almost 5.
Almost 5. Almost count as a 5.
5 years.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you said 45 years.
No, that we people
45
from
is the age of-
Transylvania,
age is 45.
I was like 45 years. You don't even look like you're 30.
Yeah, but I found the secret.
What?
The secret is the wine.
It's the wine. I saw some Camus back there, which used to be my favorite. Now I don't drink, but when I did, a good Camus cab and Rumbauer Chardonnay.
The Chardonnay Rumbauer,
Ah,
yeah.
that's my favorite. Oh, and look who's here again. Constantine appears in all my videos because he's the best. No, this staff is unbelievable, and why I come to the sanctuary at least once a day, sometimes 3 times a day. The stewards have also been incredible, from good to great to above, outstanding, exceeding expectations, especially Ian, our steward right now. We've been in a Vista suite for the last week. It's been the nicest room that we've had so far. Look at this aft view. It's just beautiful. But Ian has done so many things to go above and beyond. Little things like leaving like these little owls and writing on our mirrors, making sure like our pillows are perfect, our sheets are cleaned. We moved rooms from splitting twins to back into a big bed and like slept in different spaces, and every single time the way we left the room looks nothing like what it looks like when we get back. He does such a good job of staying out of your way when you just need some quiet time, like just kind of reading what it is that you're needing at any particular time of the day. It's just unbelievable. So that, hands down, if you have an opportunity to have Ian as your steward, you are going to love him, just like we did. Here's an example of some of the art he's recently done, and you can meet Ian. Hi everyone, this is Ian, the most fantastic steward on the entire Star Princess. As you know, I've been here for 4 months, and this is my last week. I'm getting ready to leave tomorrow, and he has been so phenomenal. We have art on our mirror, little animals made of towels, ducks, owls, everything's perfect. It's clean. He moved our beds apart, put them back together again, made beds, did everything, and is so kind and such an amazing person. So Ian, where are you from, and how long have you worked for Princess?
So I'm from Philippines, and it's my 10th contract already.
Wow, 10th
Yes.
contract. Which ship has been your favorite so far?
Star Princess, because you're here.
Oh, stop
Yes.
it. This is so
No,
cute.
yes, Star Princess is the #1 ship in the fleet.
I love it. It's been amazing. It
Yes.
feels literally like home.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any tip that you would wish guests knew? So things about to make your job easier or to make things better. Is there any tip that you can recommend to future cruise guests that might be in your area?
You just have to relax and enjoy your vacation.
Relax and enjoy your vacation. That's all you need to do because
Yes.
you're in good
and
hands.
then we will take care of the rest.
And they will take care of the rest. It's been an amazing journey. So come find Ian. If you're lucky to have him as your steward, golden, you will have an amazing time. And let me just say, towel animals, adorable. You know they're my favorite. They're just so cute. I want to take them home. I can't because I need to downsize my luggage. That's next today. The photographers are so talented. Honestly, they really care about the job that they're doing. Professional, making sure that you're looking good, your like pose looks right, the colors are good, they'll fix your hair. I mean, they're so professional. Each and every one of them is outstanding. Here's our favorite. When Shannon came on board for these last 2 weeks, we've been in a sanctuary room. We've taken full advantage of the classes at the gym and especially the sunrise 8 a.m. yoga and stretch classes. And Caitlin, one of the trainers here on board, has been so phenomenal. Not only has she been able to do an in-body weight scan of me from when I came on board to today, which is pretty exciting and keeps me accountable, which I'm proud and excited about. But her yoga classes are fantastic. She goes above and beyond. Doesn't make you feel like you're doing the moves wrong. I think I've had less than 10 yoga classes in my entire life. So definitely makes you feel comfortable regardless of whatever state of fitness you might be at. Educates you. It feels like you have a private personal class. She talks about her background. She was actually a ballerina and competitive bodybuilder, and unbelievable. She placed first or second in every competition that she's entered in. You can tell, like, she really knows her stuff. So if you need any advice or support, definitely find Caitlin on board. She's phenomenal, and I guarantee you will love her just like we did. Now, I do love to spend some time at the spa and salon, and let me tell you a few of my favorites. We have to start with the magical Mateus, who actually did my hair today, gave me a nice trim, put some low lights in it that will lighten up because I am out in the sun and the sea and the water a lot. One thing that I have noticed now that I've been living on cruise ships for the past year is there are no actual stylist reviews online like there is at land-based spas and salons. You can look up who the top stylists are, who has 5 stars, who has 1 star. And as a person that likes to look at reviews, I think we need to start recognizing the star performers that we're finding along our cruising journey and share that with others. So I'd like to kick us off on the Star Princess. I just got my hair done by the magical, fabulous Mateus. It looks so fantastic, unbelievable. I give Mateus 6 out of 5 stars. He's that fantastic.
I'm so happy to hear that, Laura. Thank you so much. So, as Laura said, I'm Mateus. I'm all the way from Brazil. So, working as a hairstylist for over 20 years now. I know I'm look like 25, Laura.
He was born yesterday. I don't know.
Not
how he does
really.
it.
So, I'm hair cutting, hair color specialist for over 22 years now, actually. Yeah, and I love what I do, all right? And I love to work on a cruise ship because I just can travel the world.
And I feel like what Mateus does is he talks to you, he listens. He's not just there to kind of push some style or some product. I feel like he really cares about bringing out the most beautiful version of yourself that you may not have even known.
I think the
has
most
existed.
important, Laura, is when you love what you do. And then it's not hard work, you know? It's very easy. And just help Laura to find the best version of herself. And the result is amazing.
So amazing. I'm so excited. So if you are looking to get your hair done and you are on the Star Princess until March, I'll
yes.
keep you posted on where Mateus goes. We'll follow him around. And if you had personal recommendations of other stylists that you have found to be amazing on your cruise journey, please put those in the comments and share the knowledge so we can all be this beautiful.
I see you guys in the Princess Cruise Line.
Have a great day. But Mateus is phenomenal. My favorite hairstylist. He is such a professional. He's getting off the ship in a week, so you won't find him here, but I'm hoping and praying that he comes back. It's on the table. He doesn't know yet, but I'm really hoping he's back when I'm back on the ship in August. If anyone's listening in management, send Mateus to the Star Princess. Next, I would say Charlotte. Charlotte is a massage therapist, and her background, she was actually a physical therapist. So she used to work on professional soccer players, a tennis team, and she doesn't just massage your shoulders, she'll adjust your neck for you, and I'm still feeling so great. And I think it's been 2 weeks since her massage. She's booked a lot, so if you come on board, book her ahead of time. Charlotte, 5 stars, 10 stars. She's awesome. She also did a massage for Shannon, and Shannon agrees. It was phenomenal. So it's not just my opinion. And usually she's completely booked, which tells you a lot in my opinion. Next, Sharon. Sharon did such a great job on my facials. I got the ultimate facial from her a couple of times. I love this facial. So it literally not only just does your normal cleansing and moisturizer, but there's some machines that they use that push collagen into your face. And then there's lights. They put the blue light, green light, red light, all different lights on it. And I'm running out of time because we leave tomorrow. But if I had time, I would get another facial from her. The ultimate facial on both the Sun and the Star Princess are pretty phenomenal. I've never been disappointed. I love the different like machines and technology that they're using, and you can usually find them on a discount if you go to the pamper party on the first night or the first couple of days. Sometimes they're running some specials to make it a little less expensive. And you know, bougie on a budget is my belief. So try to find spa services when there's also some discounts available when you come on board. If you're finding this video informational or inspirational, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update of my experiences living full-time on cruise ships. Another thing I completely loved is all the different guests I've met. What is it? You got me a present? I love it. Thank you.
It's better to give.
Oh, I love it. I hope I see you again because I have a present for you too. It's been a variety of people that I've met at the solo event that have literally become friends. Shout out to Michael. He actually booked a casino offer to join me on the Star Princess again when we are here in Alaska this summer. And we had such a blast together. We're booking dinners together, excursions together, and I'm really excited to spend time with him. So go to those solo events. They might seem lame, they might be lame, but you have to give it a shot because you just never know who you might meet. So definitely, if you're cruising solo, go to those solo meetups and see who you meet. You won't be disappointed. Then there were so many guests that came up to say hello because they recognized me from my channel. I can't even tell you how sweet that is and how much that means to me. Like, it's such a welcome like disruption to whatever I happen to be doing. And trust me, you're actually not interrupting me at all. I don't care what I'm doing. I'm not that busy and I really want to meet you. So please come say hello. I know when I first got on the Star Princess, there were some other YouTubers with big channels and I was too nervous to say hello. I even stood next to them and I just didn't have the courage because I felt like I might be interrupting them and didn't want to. I don't feel that way at all. Please come say hello to me. It means the world to me. A couple even said they were used some of my tips that I had shared, the 12 tip video that I did on some of the things that I had no idea existed or were tips that I had ever heard before that I just incorporated after being on a cruise ship for over a year now. So the guests that I've met have been really awesome. And if I don't have a selfie photo that I'm showing you right now, it doesn't mean that it didn't mean the world to meet you. It's just maybe we didn't have the moment to take that photo, or you took the photo on your phone and I don't have a copy of it. So if you see me, please say hello and get ready for a selfie so I can put you in the next video. I loved the chef's dinner. The chef's specialty dinner where It's like 12 people sit together. It's like a 5-6 course meal. That was phenomenal. I loved the chef's dinner. That was something that I definitely would recommend as a pretty exquisite culinary experience. It's a little expensive. I think it was like $145 a person. So it's not something to do often, right? So, but definitely the food was awesome. The service was amazing. And I think if you really like good wine, there was a lot of amazing wine pairings and everyone seemed to have a great time. They did a great job of pairing non-alcoholic wine. I was shocked. J. Lore has a really good Cab and Pinot. I was shocked, non-alcoholic. It was delicious. So I do recommend that restaurant, and that experience is something that's pretty fun. Another thing I absolutely loved was spending New Year's Eve on a cruise ship. I had no idea it would be so fun. My friend Shannon joined me and we got all dressed up. There were so many activities going on around the ship. I'll do a whole video about New Year's Eve and why it is amazing. Normally I'm in bed by 9 or 10 o'clock p.m. and I wake up the next day and it's New Year's. You know, it's really hard to go out on New Year's Eve. Everybody's drunk, there's drunk drivers, everything's expensive. It never feels worth it. But I can tell you, New Year's Eve on a cruise ship is amazing. They had venues for families that celebrated New Year's earlier. You can go back to your cabin, change your shoes, change your clothes, take a break. There's live music. They're showing the ball dropping in New York. If you want to stay up, they were still dancing and playing music at like 2 a.m. It was awesome, and it's such a fun time. I highly recommend it. But I loved eating at the Sanctuary Restaurant, Umai Teppanyaki, and Love by Burrito. Those three were my favorite. I went to the Sanctuary Restaurant pretty much every day, at least for breakfast and a lot of dinners, because you can just go when you want to. You don't need to have a reservation. Umai Teppanyaki has the best filet mignon on the ship, in my opinion, and it's cooked fresh to order, and I really love that. And you can even get it cooked without oil and butter to make it a little healthier. But I loved going there, and the show's so fun, and watching the kids and people experiencing it for the first time is awesome. And I have a link to a full review of Umai Teppanyaki I'll put in the description if you want to learn more about that restaurant. And then Love by Burrito was also phenomenal. The restaurant menu's limited, so there's not a ton of options, and the portions are not huge. So if you have a large appetite, you may need to eat ahead of time or after. It's very fancy and more gourmet. But honestly, their lobster tail, their poached lobster tail, has been phenomenal every time, and my favorite lobster on the ship. Not my favorite beef, because my filet mignon favorite is still Umai Teppanyaki after 4 months of having Premier and eating at specialty restaurants a lot. But Love by Burrito, the service, Ram is phenomenal. The leadership is incredible. And again, I'm going to have a full video review of Love by Burrito for both the Sun and the Star Princess. So be sure to check that out. But those three restaurants are my favorite. And the last thing that I loved is sunrises and sunsets. You can't get enough. Honestly, getting up early for the sunrise is worth it with a cup of coffee. I don't think there's anything better in cruising than that moment and that experience. Sunsets can be a little tricky. You don't know where or how or when. That beautiful, perfect sunset where the sun's just hitting the horizon so perfectly. A lot of times we were in the Sanctuary Restaurant and the staff would come over and say, go check out the sunset, or the moon was beautiful one evening. So if you're lucky, the staff can also tip you off, or just keep an eye out, kind of look around that 6 p.m. time. But the sunrises and the sunsets at sea, honestly, there's nothing like it. Phenomenal. Okay, now to the best part that everyone wants to know. What are the things that I didn't like, hated, or would recommend skipping here on the Star Princess? Let's start with the itinerary. Okay, this is nothing to do with the ship or Princess Cruise Lines. This has to do with me not realizing that over 4 months we were repeating the same 2-week itinerary. One time, because of weather, we had to skip Princess Keys and go to Nassau, and I couldn't be more excited because it was finally a change in this on repeat, Eastern Caribbean, Western Caribbean, Eastern Caribbean, Western Caribbean, to where now I'm only getting off the ship when we're in Turks and Caicos, which is twice a month. So note to self, if you're going to be booking back to back to back to back cruises, really think about the itinerary, and if you really do want to keep repeating the same week by week, 2-week itinerary over and over and over again. That's something that I'm not going to do in the future. I need a little more variety, and I want to be able to get off the ship and explore more. So I walked less on this cruise than I normally do. Like in the Mediterranean, I walk a lot, usually more than 20,000 steps a day, because there's so much to go see and explore by foot. But this ship, I feel like I was lucky to get my 5,000, 6,000 steps a day. So think about the itinerary and how you want to spend those port days. Okay, next thing I didn't like is the room service food options. It's just fried food. I don't think the burgers are as high quality. I know it's convenient. It seems to me, though, that the things that you want to order, like hummus platter or maybe just a margarita pizza, they're charging you extra. Shrimp cocktail, as example, is an extra fee. Even if you're elite in a suite, there's still a lot on the room service menu that they bill you for extra. It's hard to tell what's included or complimentary. It's not always clear until you check out. You have to be careful. So I just don't think the room service variety and options are really that great at all. And I think is definitely an area of improvement. Okay, let's talk about the restaurants. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I only ate in the main dining room twice, I think. Once or twice it was just dessert, and then one full meal with friends to celebrate an anniversary. However, I just found the service when everyone seats at the same exact time to be a lot slower. I was spoiled by staying at the Sanctuary and going to the Sanctuary and specialty restaurants, so I know this opinion may not be something that everyone agrees with. And when I move off the Sun or the Star, I don't have specialty dining included, and I've really enjoyed the main dining room on the Discovery, the Enchanted ships, but I just found that my experience being so limited, it's just not my favorite. Mikado, I also didn't love Mikado Ocean. It was just a lot of sashimi that's included with the Premier package, and I really like cooked sushi rolls, so it just wasn't a place I really visited very often. And I just am always worried when we're doing a turnaround every 7 days, like how fresh is the fish? And again, I'm spoiled having visited places right by the ocean where you know that seafood was pretty much caught that day. Some other restaurants I didn't love, and I just need to be completely honest because that's what you're looking for, I hope, in this channel, is just the truth and transparency. This ship, I really did not love Catch by Rudy. I don't know what it was, if it was the food quality, the vibe. It just, I gave it a shot every single time someone new came to stay with me on my cruises, and it's never been a place where we felt like we have to try it again. Catch by Rudy was my favorite on the Sun Princess. It was awesome on Discovery, another one of the places I loved the most. So I find it to be one of the best restaurants, but for some reason, it never really made a great impression here on the Star Princess. I also did not like Crown Grill. Same reason, just felt off to me. I felt like the steak was better at Umai. And Butcher Block, I think you have to be in the mood for beef, all kinds of beef. I don't really like T-bone and New York strip steak and those big boned steaks. Tomahawk steaks, I'm not a big fan of. I really just like filet mignon, and so to me it just felt like way too much meat, too much food. Restaurant that I only visited when friends came on board so that they could have an opportunity to try every restaurant, but it's not a place that I visited often when I was sailing solo. I also did not love Sabatinis. I know I might get some flack for this. I did go to one of the specialty dinners that they had, like a Tuscany wine pairing, which they did a great job. It had a different menu, and the pairing of non-alcoholic wine was surprisingly delicious. So that dinner I thought was good, but the menu is so high carb, and I'm really trying to keep my carbs low. There's just not a lot of oil-free, cheese-free, pasta-free menu items. So it wasn't a place that I really picked or would recommend just because of the health and wellness journey that I'm on right now. But I know other people do really like Sabatini's. I think it's okay, pretty good, but it's not really a place that I can recommend. So this next feedback is mirroring a comment that I had on one of my YouTube videos, and I really agree with it. So the Star Princess is broken up into a lot of different venues, and sometimes it's hard to know where to go or what's going on or where like the vibe of the ship is, because in the piazza there could be live music, acrobatics happening, a game show right there in the middle of the piazza. But then you're like, what's going on at Princess Live? What's happening in the dome on the opposite side of the ship? What's happening in the arena on the opposite side of the ship? And so it was hard to try to figure out entertainment and where to hang out and where the fun was, because it wasn't just kind of close to one part of the ship. It was broken up into lots of small, separate spaces. And I thought that was hard to navigate. It's especially hard, I think, as a solo female traveler to find where's everyone at that may also be traveling solo, because you're just not seeing the same people trying to navigate from location to location. So if you have any tips on this ship of places where you felt like the vibe was to hang out, where and when, please do let us know in the comments, because I think we circled Bellini's to Crooners to O'Malley's Princess Live, back to the arena, back to the dome, to just try to figure out where the vibe was. And it was hard navigating that with everything broken up and on opposite sides of the ship and on different decks. We were just walking, circling a lot. Something else I didn't like, and I didn't know this until it was February, is the dry January menu and specialty cocktails that they had that were pretty amazing. Did you know that the Star Princess has a dry January non-alcoholic menu? So amazing. Check it out. I'll tell you, my favorite is this Cafe Con Banana. It actually has 3-spirit social elixir in it, which is supposed to make you feel like warm and friendly and like give you a non-alcoholic buzz. So if you're trying to stick to your dry January and you happen to be on a cruise, ask for a dry January menu. Ended on January 31st. It's only for the month of January. I thought it was something new that Princess was starting to help support and offer more variety of non-alcoholic specialty drinks, but turns out it's only available during the month of January. Now, I was venturing this week to try to learn how to play craps in the casino, I'm on a mission to try to learn the strategy of craps. If you have a strategy of how to earn points without risking too much money or losing money, I'm excited to learn more about that. But in the meantime, I did find all of these new canned non-alcoholic drinks there that I hadn't seen before, and I'm interested to try some of these. I need to double check what the ingredients are, but I am happy to see that Princess continues to expand and try new non-alcoholic drink options. Okay, let's talk about the casino. First of all, I really like the casino here on the Star Princess. I love the non-smoking space, although prime time it can be hard to find an available slot machine. But it felt to me that, first of all, the tables can get really crowded, especially after 7 o'clock at night. I also felt like it got smoky as the night went on. Obviously, it's a smoking side of the casino, but I just thought that a brand new ship with really high ceilings, that it would be less smoky. And I hesitated spending too much time there. Like, I'm on the ship a lot and I don't want to be breathing secondhand smoke if possible. So I really went to that side of the casino in the morning or during the day. Like the casino's actually open when we dock at Turks and Caicos. There's a little tip for you. First thing in the morning when no one was there. I found it really hard to spend time there after 7 or 8 o'clock at night, which isn't a bad thing, right? I can just go to bed early, no big deal, so I can see the sunrise. But having said that, I do think if Princess is listening, if you could follow celebrity and make all the casinos non-smoking, that would be great. I'm sorry to all the folks that like to smoke and gamble. You do you, but for someone that doesn't smoke, it can just be really difficult to spend too much time in the casino when it's so smoky. Something I actually didn't like was Super Bowl Sunday. Now, I'll get into more detail on this and really share what Super Bowl Sunday was like, but it felt to me like everybody was day drinking and you couldn't really see the game because people are walking in front of you, dancing in front of you. They were slipping and sliding everywhere. It was really hard to watch the game, and it's not the same as going, like having a Super Bowl party in your house or going to like a Seahawk bar in obviously Washington or even in Scottsdale where you're around similar people that love the game. I think people booked this cruise before knowing who was going to be in the Super Bowl, and there wasn't a lot of necessarily fans of the two teams that were playing. So the vibe was just different. There were also people that aren't from America. So they still had other things going on throughout the ship for people that don't like the Super Bowl or have no idea what American football really is or follows it. So it just felt very like disconnected, where I loved New Year's Eve because everybody's cheering and celebrating New Year's Eve, right? It's New Year's Eve around the globe, but it didn't feel that way for Super Bowl. I wouldn't recommend it. Let me know if you've had a different Super Bowl experience, but it was different than I expected. I thought it was going to be a lot more fun, more like New Year's Eve, and you were just going to feel the energy of the game. But go Seahawks. Either way, awesome win. The elevator system. I love the elevator system because it's more organized. You're not stopping at every level. People aren't trying to squeeze in even when it's full. And I just think that creates people getting sick and other issues and timeliness of getting from one place to the other. So I love the new elevator system on the Star Princess. However, I don't love trying to get an elevator the very first turnaround day, any time of the day. They take forever. This is a tip for all cruises, to be honest. Try to figure out how you're going to spend that time when you embark and avoid the elevators as often as you can. You're just standing there waiting, full elevators of people trying to figure out what to do, carry on luggage. It's just a mess. And the last day, either get off the ship the earliest time possible or get off the ship the latest time possible. So if it starts at 6:30 or 7 in the morning, be one of the first people off, or hang out as late as you can, 9:15, 10 o'clock sometimes in Europe, so that you're the last person, and that way you're not caught in that elevator rush. The rest of the time it's great, but it really didn't like elevators on those 2 days of the week. I dislike Deck 10 cabins. I stayed midship in a cabana mini suite. On Deck 10, it's honestly an obstructed view. Below you is the eatery, and the rooftop of the tables and extra like pizza and burgers is this white roof that extends out. Then you've got tables and chairs of people sitting there. Then you've got a glass wall. Then the ocean is way out there. And all you see when you open your balcony door, go out on the balcony, is this white roof, which is dirty. There's birds hanging out on top of it. It's stained from the weather. And you hear everything going on. It echoes off the water. So I hear people talking, crying, yelling, fighting, singing, all hours of the day and night. It's never closed. The eatery sometimes is still serving food at like 11 o'clock or midnight. So your chairs are scraping. So not only do you have the noise and the view, but you can barely feel like you're on the water. It is way, way, way out there. So if you see Deck 10, really look at what's below you. If you're on top of the eatery on this ship, I would try to find a different room if you can. if you're in a balcony room or any type of mini suite, I really disliked my rooms on deck 10. I'll put the exact cabins in the description, but I would not recommend deck 10. 11's a little better. Honestly, 11's a little bit better, but until you get to like 14, 15, 14's fine. And of course, 15, 16, I'm on deck 17 right now. And deck 17 is stunning. It actually has an aft view. I highly recommend. To me, the higher the room is, the better. I know on some cruises where the waters can be rougher, like we're very smooth right now, we're barely moving. They say center of the ship, the lower the better. But for me, I find the higher the better. And other than a stormy day that we had this week, which was definitely stormier than normal, I just think the views here are just the most beautiful, unobstructed, and there's no people around you. It's pretty phenomenal. And this has been one of the best balconies that I've had to date on any ship, to be honest. It's been the best. So 17636, thumbs up. Let's talk about Alfredo's and O'Malley's. Alfredo surprisingly was open during lunch, even on some port days, which was so nice and convenient. But O'Malley's, their hours of service are so limited. It seemed like every time we tried to go there at lunch, we were too early or too late. Anytime we tried to stop there by dinner, same thing, too early, too late, or couldn't find a table. Even though O'Malley's is bigger on this ship than the Sun and bigger on any other of the Princess ships, it's bigger, they're still crowded and really hard to find a table. So I think O'Malley's needs to extend their hours of service, and it's really hard to get any food to go, and of course not available for delivery. They have really good burgers. I think one of the best burgers on the ship. They're fresh, made to order, real ground beef, not frozen patties. But trying to get a table during the hours of service, really inconvenient. And I can't think of when I actually went there for a meal. It's been at least a couple months because of how inconvenient it is. Now, this might seem small, but it is something I noticed a lot from other guests around me, is the hand washing soap dispensers in the bathrooms and outside of the eating venues and the eatery. They're really hard to figure out and very finicky. I'm gonna do a quick tip video to show you exactly what to do, but it takes a while to figure out. The soap's automatic, and the way the water comes out, you almost have to like do this little dance with your hands. And for hand washing to be such an important part of keeping everybody healthy, I love the fact that it's hands-free. It should be a system that's a lot easier to figure out, or maybe just some quick instructions, because it's not clear. In fact, the first time that I went to the station, I thought that it was missing soap because there's no soap around, and it wasn't obvious that soap was coming out of the same nozzle. And in the bathrooms, there's even a nozzle for air to dry your hands, which you can't always tell either. So I think there's opportunity for improvement there. If you've been on the Star Princess and have had a different experience, or any tips that you might recommend, please do share in the comments so that we can continue to educate everyone in our cruise control community and help to ensure that everyone coming aboard this cruise ship has an amazing experience. I really appreciate all of your feedback. I read every single comment and I try to answer as many as I possibly can. So definitely leave your feedback. It means a lot, and everyone's opinion and experiences are so unique, and I think it's just really important to be able to share that in a safe environment. So I just wanted to once again say thank you to every single crew member on the Star Princess and every single person that I've had the privilege to interact with. I truly appreciate every moment. Has meant the world to me, and you have made this ship truly feel like my home. So wherever your journey may be taking you, I wish you the absolute best, and I hope to see you on a cruise one day, and maybe even on the Star one day come August. Thanks.
All my bags are packed, ready to go. I'm standing here outside your door. I hate to wake you up to say goodbye.
That's sad.
but the dawn is breaking. It's early morn. The taxi is waiting. He's blowing his horn. Already I'm so lonesome. I could die. Everybody sing with me.
Ready?
So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you wait for me.
Wait for me.
Hold
I'll be
me
back in
like
August.
You never let me go. Cause I'm a leaving star princess. Don't know when I'll be back again.
Louise, come in the video.
I hate to know. There's so many times I've let you down.
Never.
So many times
Never.
I've played around.
Yes.
I'll tell you now, they don't mean nothing.
See why I love them so
Every
much?
place I go, will think of you. Every song we sing, will
Thank
sing
you.
for you. When I come back, I'll bring your cake again. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never